Hey everyone, it's been a long time that I gave an update about the garden, so I thought it was perfect timing to show you what changed. And also, this will probably one of the last videos we make here. We will start to make the house ready for the sale. Very exciting. And yeah, it's with a little bit of pain in our hearts because everything really looks so beautiful now. But we also want to give someone else this opportunity and to start where we finished, and to create an even more beautiful paradise than we did. So here we go. This is where I'm growing all the little plants for our food, and they're coming up. I have been sowing since March, and it seems like it takes a long time this year for the plants to come up. Also with the cucumber plants, a lot of them are just need to watch my step for a while. So as you can see here, for example, like a lot of them are I don't know if they're eaten by bugs overnight or they're dried out or it's something with the root system. But something definitely is going on, so probably I will sow another batch later this week. And I've been giving them water this morning and it's already dried out, so it goes very quickly, and I really need to make sure they're always moist, because otherwise the seeds and plants will dry out. Now in the garden here in front of the house, we have this beautiful surprise artichoke. And it came from seed actually. I sowed it last year, 4 plants, 2 of them survived, but this is the biggest one. The rhubarb is coming up very, very quickly right now. Beautiful. And there's still some leeks. And we're also seeing surprises, like, for example, here, there's lettuce coming up just next to the bed. Probably from seeds from last year. It looks a little bit chaotic now. Green manure mixed with a little bit of grass and then some other things coming up, weeds. But I just leave it now until the end of April. And then we will put straw and new plants in here, maybe midst of May as well for the tomatoes. And I think we will still do this garden this year, but the other garden, the bigger one, we're not going to do because this is for the new owners. And then we have, of course, our large garden in the valley, the natural farming garden, which is the main garden we're cultivating. And here are the beans coming up now. I don't like beans so much. People just love them and they grow a lot, but I just have 8 plants or so. And then, this is so amazing. It's the first year that the akebia, I don't know how you say it, is flowering. Wow. And we have a male and a female. The other one is next to the warm tub. And then, yeah, I'm also curious to see, we had a lot of flowers here, if they have been seeded out. So I'm always curious to see nature's surprises and not to do anything, but just observe and be astonished about what comes naturally. Here there were a lot of flowers last year, and some plants are coming. I don't know which plants they are, but we'll see in a little while what comes out of that. And then, wow! Do you remember I was picking up the stones one by one when we came here 3 years ago, and it was just a bare field of stones and almonds? Well, look at it now. It's really green. It's so green. It's so incredible. All these hours of work and trust and patience and just waiting. And I mean, look at this lusciousness of green manure plants growing everywhere. There's a combination of grains, of beans, peas. I don't know. We've been sowing so many things. The almonds are growing as well. So this year probably there will be more almonds. And yeah, a lot of the trees are coming up. Unfortunately, we lost a couple of them as well. But just to see this being established, it's really a miracle. It really shows us how strong nature is. And with a little patience and persistency, you know, this is how it can become without any extra irrigation, because now we have the authorization to dig a well. Over winter there was no time, or it was not, you know, it was too cold to dig because of the frost. But this is probably something for in a month or so. And this is how our neighbors' properties look like compared to this. And it's really funny because now people start to notice. In the beginning they were like looking a little bit like, what are they doing? And now the shepherd, he comes here on the other property with his sheep almost every day. They're eating everything he can find, and then he's like looking at our land and like, oh, it's so green. But I won't allow him with the sheep because they will eat everything. And as well, we have been digging a little pond. I have to just watch my steps a little bit. All right, so here we go. So this area was the area where after the rain a lot of water would be. So we dug a pond, and here is a lot of green manure growing, and then we decided to make a little terrace next to it. And look what happened after the March rains. There's natural water. The water level just rised, and there's water in here. Also so incredible. So it also shows, if you work with nature, that, you know, things can change. And yeah, I'm just speechless when I observe this. We're not going to finish it. We did the first preparations, and then the new people can just decide if they want to make a little swimming pond or do it natural, use plastic, whatever. We have to let that go. And then even when we walk a little bit further, it starts to become more and more green. So it's not as luscious as the first part, because that has a year of advantage, and this part was really very poor soil quality. There was nothing. It was so dry. So we put just a little bit of manure, not too much, without any plowing, no machinery, just everything by hand and letting the seeds do the job. And even here you see that greenery is coming up. And then we had a spot a little bit further down the back where we wanted to grow our oats and buckwheat, and it was not working at all. But even here you see, this is how the soil looked like desert. And this is what it's becoming right now. And this means, I mean, we just removed the stones, and there that piece, the stones still need to be removed. But it can go so quickly. In just 2 years' time, there's a huge difference, a huge improvement of the soil quality. And it really shows that natural farming is really working. and that if you allow yourself to collaborate with nature in a very easygoing, beautiful way, it's a very loving way, exciting and joyful, you can do incredible things. So I really would like to say to anyone who is trying out natural farming, be a little bit patient, please. Yes, maybe you don't have the results in 1 or 2 years and you want to quit. We wanted to quit many, many times. I mean, the conditions we started from are so bad in this climate. The soil was so depleted. A lot of people just said we were crazy. And because we had no water, it was impossible. But look what is possible. So slowly, nature is reawakening. It's taking over again. And I mean, that's fantastic. It's really something. So I hope we can do the same with the other piece of land. And there the soil is better. We have 4.5 hectares with irrigation. So this is like a testing project. And now we're ready for something bigger. We don't know what will happen. We don't know where we will live in between the phase with selling the house and then starting the renovation of, or let's say the reconstruction, because it's so much more than a renovation. We only can keep 4 walls of the other property. And we have been thinking about creative solutions, maybe live in a tent for a while, or a yurt, or I don't know, a van or a caravan or whatever, what is at our disposal. But we really feel slowly that it's time to go there. And we're really very much looking forward to it. So yeah, I hope you're curious with us to see whatever the next steps will be. And we will tell more about that very soon. See you later. Bye bye.